How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcons Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for the series is going to be my review on the 2023 animated adventure comedy film, and this film is based off the famous video game franchise that was created by Nintendo, and that is, of course, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now, this film was directed by the creators of Teen Titans Go, and one of them was actually the co-director of Teen Titans Go to the movies. And this film tells the story of these two brothers, which are, of course, Mario and Luigi, voiced by Chris Pratt and Charlie Day, and they are plumbers in Brooklyn. And what ends up happening to them is that they get sucked down into a pipe, which leads them into a fantasy world. And what ends up happening to them is that they get separated, in which Mario finds himself in this world known as the Mushroom Kingdom, which is led by Princess Peach, voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy, whom she is about to go up against this evil bad guy known as Bowser, voiced by Jack Black, who he runs this troops known as the Koopas. And what he wants to do is that he wants to use the magical star that he has found, and he wants to destroy the whole Mushroom Kingdom. And for Luigi, he is in the world where Bowser is, and he is captured by Bowser. And so Mario has to ask for Princess Peach's help to help him find his brother. And so we see him going on this adventure along with Toad, voiced by Keegan Key. So we see Mario has to do every he can to try and save Luigi, as well as help Princess Peach to stop Bowser from destroying the Mushroom Kingdom. So that's pretty much the story of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now, I was really excited for this movie since I'm a massive fan of Super Mario. Like, I grew up playing some of his games when I was a kid, and I played different types of games for different types of consoles when I was growing up. And I'm also a fan of Illumination. Like, I've enjoyed pretty much most of their works, and while there are a few of their works I don't really tend to mind that much. But I was also a little bit curious as well, because we did have a movie adaptation of Super Mario that was released back in 1993, starring the late great Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo and the late Dennis Hopper. And you guys may know how that film turned out to be, in which that film just turned out to be a heap of junk. But I did have hope for this film since Illumination were behind this film, and I was really surprised with the voice cast who were chosen for voicing these iconic characters that we all know and love from the games. In which in this film you've got Jack Black, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Seth Rogan, and Keegan Key. However, there was a bit of criticism online over the casting choice of Chris Pratt as Mario, but still though, I was still looking forward to this movie since, again, I'm a massive fan of Super Mario. And once I saw the trailers for this film, I just immediately got really excited for the film. But again, I was just a little bit curious at the same time as well. And this film came out back on the 5th of April, and I did see this film on opening day, and I saw this on my job for free in a really packed screening with a lot of the kids and adults in the exact same screen that I was in. I still have my ticket for the movie, which I do have right here. And after watching this whole movie, was it better than the 1993 film? It's definitely safe to say this film was a lot better than that movie, because I definitely had a really great time with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And I can also say as well, it's definitely another one of my favorites from Illumination, as well as another one of my favorite video game movies I've seen in recent years here as well. In terms of the animation here for this movie, it is absolutely outstanding to look at here. Like, it's such a beautiful yet colorful movie here. Like, the world of Mario looks absolutely fantastic, and when it comes to the character models and designs, it is also fantastic as well. Yeah, it's just spot on here, because they do exactly look like from the games, and every single little detail to all these characters was just spot on here. Like the clothing, the skin textures, and as well as the hairs and stuff, which all that here I really loved. And when it comes to the voice work in the film, like for Chris Pratt, even though back then there was a bit of criticism over him online for him being cast as Mario, but here in the film, he's surprised he wasn't bad in the film, and I thought he was really good in the movie. And Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, I thought she was also really good. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I thought he was really funny in the movie. Keegan Key as Toad, I thought he was also really good as well. And he's also really funny as well. And Charlie Day as Luigi, I thought he was also really good as well. But the biggest show stealer of them all when it comes to the voice work in the film has definitely got to be Jack Black. Like, he is a lot of fun throughout the entirety of this movie here, and he just manages to steal every single scene that he was in throughout the entirety of this movie here. And however, the one thing that critics have been kind of criticizing this film here since it was released was the story. And honestly, I didn't think the story wasn't all that bad, even though, yeah, it's not that great, but I didn't really expect that. All I expected to see out of this movie was a movie about Mario, and that's what I got. And this film definitely does pay homage to some of the Mario games and other Nintendo stuff, which I thought were really surprising here. Like when I was watching the film, I was like, "Oh, I know this. Oh, I know this," and that. I was like that was as I was watching the film here. And when it comes to the music in the film, like the music score by Brian Tyler, who composed this film, was fantastic. Like they do exactly they do recreate the music that we've heard before in like some of the Mario games, and I really loved every single moment of that when they do use some of the music stuff in this film here. And there are times where the film does use some like licensed songs, like some popular licensed songs, in which the songs that we've heard before in the past in other films, which I do like the songs, but here in this film they kind of took me off guard a bit when I was watching the film here, and that's one of the few issues I do have with this film here. And the film is also well paced as well, since the film was only on for an hour and 31 minutes. Although there were times there were times as I was watching the film, there were a few scenes I kind of felt went too fast and all that due to its pacing and all that, and that's another issue I did have with this film here and all that. But overall, in the end, guys, the Super Mario Brothers movie, I definitely had a really great time with this movie here, and it's definitely another one of my favorites of Illumination, as well as another one of my favorite video game films I've seen in recent years here. And if you're overall a huge fan of Super Mario, or you're a fan of any of the stars of the film, or if you're just a huge fan of Illumination, this is one you truly don't want to miss out for yourselves here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm gonna give the Super Mario Brothers movie a 4 out of 5. Yep, like I said, this movie really surprised me here, and I definitely had a really great time with this new video game film here. And despite having a few issues with this movie here, they never managed to harm my experience as I was watching this film from beginning to end here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my AK After I Saw review on the Super Mario Brothers movie, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already, or if you just recently checked out this film. Did you have a lot of fun with this, or you're just very disappointed with this? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.